Hello again, world. This is Tara Sue Moore, and welcome to broadcast 3 of Find It, Feel It, Free It, with the intention of this series being to help create a platform for anyone and everyone interested, it doesn't matter where you're starting from, to learn how to find your own feeling of freedom, to learn how to feel your own feeling of freedom in your body. Doesn't matter what the story is, but feel what freedom feels like for you, and then to teach your body how to then radiate that feeling of freedom out to the rest of the world. Find your feeling of freedom, feel it, free it. And over time, we're going to learn how to do that. Okay? As we're going to do each time, we're going to start with 1 minute of heart-brain coherence breathing, because that's the first step, is teaching our body how to become connected within ourselves. Pretty hard to ask my heart to radiate something if my heart and my body can't talk in the first place. So again, heart-focused breathing. I'm going in to imagine that my breath is slowing down and up again, simply breathing in and out, with your out breath being a little longer and deeper than normal, and a little longer and deeper than your in-breath, seeing, sensing, feeling, and imagining that with each breath in, your breath flows in through your heart to your body, and with your out breath through your heart and out. So let's do it together. Might help to relax as the breath comes in your jaw just slightly. For me, that gives far more access through one of my block points, which is right here. So one more breath together. And out. So I'm a little juggly today because I currently am the only one running my store, and then I'm closing it to come back and do this, and then going back up and opening it. So sometimes it's really asking me to transition very quickly, and this is one of those. So I didn't really have time to actually think ahead about what I'm going to talk about, and I think what I feel like I want to talk about is, why would we want to do this? Never mind why would we want to feel freedom, but why would we want to develop a relationship with our feeling body in the first place? The thing is, because our feeling body literally dictates our entire life experience and influences the life experience of every individual we interact with. That's hefty. I'm going to say that again. Our feeling body, our relationship with our emotions, and our level of ability to truly feel and interact and understand the wisdom of our emotions, our ability to utilize the unbelievable power of our emotions to create a world that we're able to flourish in. That's why we might want to put some time into developing a relationship with emotions. I want to talk a little about what I will call social energetic coherence. And as I figure out how to use slides, I'll try and get some more data up here for you. But if you want to look a little deeper into where I'm sourcing my validations from, this is all HeartMath research. They've been publishing in peer-reviewed medical journals since at least the early 90s. So in the world of social coherence, what they have found is that when you put a group of individuals together and create coherence within those individuals, and then radiate that feeling, that coherent feeling out, that other individuals in the room, their bodies will move into that coherent space also. This is, I believe, how humans co-create. And once we all move into that coherent state, now we're at that place where things can happen and things get done. Forming, norming, storming, performing. A group performs when it's coherent. A human being performs well when it's coherent. So never mind what's going on in the world right now, these techniques that I'm going to talk about over the next while become really basic skills that are with you at any given time. They don't involve anything else. So again, because my purpose of doing this right now really does relate to something that's going on, at least in the country I live in, and from what I can see, it's spreading around the world. So at the current moment, we are in, I don't know how many days now, I think this is the third weekend of a freedom convoy. So a huge amount of truckers, picture the Disney movie Cars. This has all in some ways been written out, and now we're playing out what we watched on TV. But this freedom convoy has rolled across this nation and has garnered unbelievable levels of support from so many people as it's moved through. The feeling of thankfully something's happening, the feeling of hope, the feeling of humans coming together. Something needed to happen to change the feelings in this nation. I'm not sure if I was writing it, this is how I would have written it. But the thing is, this is how it's happening. And I get there's lots of history on many sides. And then this same freedom rally, for many reasons that I actually easily understand, has garnered so many other people that just cannot, and again, for quite valid reason, cannot get behind and support or trust in even the motives or what is driving this rally. And these are all very valid. Really, everyone's belief is valid as far as I'm concerned. But these are sides I'm even easily able to drop into and understand. So right now we have what is looking like it may turn into an all-out, not coherent interaction. And we have a situation where it can't just go on. So time can't just go on. That's why we're doing this now. And I am a deep believer that if magically we as a society all learned how to feel as a globe, feel our own version of freedom, create coherence within our body so it's connected, we are really feeling free. I don't care what the story is at all. I care that the mind is involved and connected, but I don't care what the mind thinks the freedom looks like. I just want the feeling. And then I want that feeling of freedom, which is probably going to create coherence and comfort in your body, to then be radiated out onto your heart with the intention that everyone able to receive it can receive it. Because if we really can all learn to do this without having any agreement on what that freedom looks like, we will create a petri dish out of which nothing but a collective co-creation of freedom can grow. That's big. Find it, feel it, free it. So my own personal version of freedom, again and again, my personal version, my aha, my hope, my where my body just relaxes and just goes, it's okay, does not look like being a part of the Freedom March. It's very fun to be on that when you're on that high, and there's definitely times in life to do that. And for the people on this rally, I'm going to assume now is their time. My feeling of freedom is not sitting in righteous judgment, however righteous my beliefs are. And, you know, some of them are pretty high standing beliefs. But when my body is rigid and in that judgmental place, I am not coherent and I am anything but free. In fact, I'm trapped in a body of my own thoughts. It's really unpleasant. So where I really feel free is in those moments when I just am able to believe in what I call the heart of humanity. And so for me, that also will often come out when I'm working with an animal or something very non-threatening. And for me, an animal more so than a baby or a child. So if you don't have another version, I'd encourage you to think about an interaction that you have had with a pet or an animal that just melted your heart. It can be a physical memory you've had, or it can be a movie. And simply holding that vision, let's return to the heart-focused breathing that we were doing at the beginning, that coherence breath. So again, I'm actually going to breathe from the bottom this time. Seeing, sensing, feeling, imagining, maybe encourage your mouth to smile a bit, that helps. How it felt when you watched that movie or you petted that very special animal. Sometimes happens when you're nurturing something that's hurting or in pain. Just brings out that coherent need to connect and care without any thought beyond that moment. If you feel a little bit of a tear or a catchier, again, really normal. We're talking about stuff that evokes deep emotion. And as you feel that feeling in your body and you feel your body come into that stillness of coherence, simply set the intention that with each breath, that feeling radiates out. You don't need to send it or do anything more than that. Radiates out to be as available as it can be to anyone able to receive it. That, my friends, is another little coherence clip. Again, I'm doing one more at 5:11 today, and then I'm intending to be back again tomorrow morning. I know this is streaming on a number of platforms. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on all of my Facebook channels. It is currently streaming on some of the pages that I also admin, although I probably will minimize those and keep the very constant ones to my own feeds where people can come and find me. And I invite all of you to come and join me and share this. Again, find it, feel it, free it. Find how you feel free, and free your feeling of freedom. Till I see you again.